Iran retaliates. Trump says Israel to halt South Pars strikes. Senate rejects move to limit Trump's war powers. Iran urges U.S. citizens to disavow this illegal war. Trump remarks raise questions over U.S.-Israel coordination on Iran strikes. Iran has launched retaliatory attacks on energy facilities across the Gulf, following an Israeli strike on its South Pars gas field. U.S. President Donald Trump said Israel would not carry out further attacks on the site and claimed Washington had no prior knowledge of the initial strike. He described the damage as limited and urged no further escalation targeting the critical energy facility. After the attack, Iran targeted regional infrastructure, including Qatar's Ras Laffan LNG facilities, where fires and significant damage were reported. Qatar condemned the strikes, calling them a violation of international norms and warning that they crossed red lines. Tensions have also spread to maritime routes, with a vessel reportedly hit by an unknown projectile near the coast of the United Arab Emirates. Iran has previously warned it could target ships linked to the United States and Israel in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump warned of severe consequences if Iran continues to attack Gulf energy infrastructure, saying the U.S. could respond with overwhelming force. The escalation has shaken global energy markets, with oil prices rising sharply amid fears of supply disruptions. The South Pars gas field, the world's largest, is a key part of global energy supply, and ongoing attacks have raised concerns about broader economic impact. U.S. Senate Republicans have blocked a measure aimed at limiting President Donald Trump's authority to wage war against Iran without approval from Congress. The vote ended 53-47, largely along party lines, with most Republicans opposing the effort. Democratic leader Chuck Schumer criticized the move, saying there is a lack of clarity about the goals and timeline of the war. Senator Cory Booker, who introduced the measure, argued that the U.S. Constitution requires Congress to approve military action. Only one Republican, Rand Paul, supported the proposal, while Democrat John Fetterman voted against it. Republican Senator Tom Cotton defended the administration's actions, saying Iran posed an immediate threat and the United States had to respond quickly. The vote marks the second attempt by Democrats to force Congress to debate the ongoing military campaign. The conflict, which began with U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran, has already caused significant casualties and economic impact while raising concerns among U.S. allies. Iran has called on American citizens and officials to publicly oppose the ongoing war involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmail Baghaei said those with a clear conscience should disavow the conflict. His remarks came after the resignation of U.S. counterterrorism official Joseph Kent, who stepped down in protest against the war. Kent said he could not support the conflict and argued that Iran did not pose an immediate threat to the United States. Responding to his statement, Baghaei said the war does not represent the will of the American people. He added that rejecting what he described as an illegal war is the minimum responsibility of U.S. citizens and officials. The comments highlight growing international and domestic debate over the justification and impact of the ongoing conflict. U.S. President Donald Trump's comments on Israel's strike on Iran's South Pars gas field have raised questions about coordination between Washington and Tel Aviv. Trump said the United States had no prior knowledge of the attack, a claim that appears to conflict with reports suggesting possible U.S. involvement. The mixed messaging has created uncertainty about America's role and strategy in the ongoing conflict. Trump also said no further Israeli strikes would target the South Pars facility, while warning Iran of severe consequences if it attacks energy infrastructure in Qatar again. The issue is expected to be addressed in upcoming Pentagon briefings, where officials may face questions about what the U.S. knew in advance. The confusion comes as tensions continue to rise across the region. Following the strike on South Pars, Iran launched retaliatory attacks on energy facilities in the Gulf, including Qatar's Ras Laffan LNG site, where fires and damage were reported. Qatar condemned the attack and called for de-escalation. Meanwhile, maritime risks have increased after a vessel was hit near the United Arab Emirates, raising concerns for shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. The situation has also impacted global energy markets, as the South Pars field is a key source of gas supply, and the strait carries a significant share of global oil and LNG shipments.